Episode 12, Tiana, Catherine, and Miss Martin act entitled.
You know what? I'm tired of everybody calling me an entitled Karen. First, my entire family's been calling me a psycho Karen, and now the entire public thinks I'm an entitled Karen, and I think it's time I showed them a real Karen when I see one. Wait a minute. That's it. I'll disguise myself like a Karen and act entitled in front of everybody. That way, they'll understand what a real Karen looks like. And I may not do this on my own. I'll call two people who know what it's like to be called a Karen all the time. And I know who to call first.
What me? My phone's ringing. Someone must be calling me. I wonder who it is. Hello? You've reached Catherine Johnson. Who is it?
Hey Catherine. It's me, Tiana Gavin.
Hey! Now I remember. Hey Tiana. How's it going? What can I do for you?
Are you sick of being called an entitled Karen all the time?
Yeah! My husband Dave's been calling me a Karen whenever I tell him not to do anything childish such as watching shows like Barney and Friends and ordering kids' meals. Why?
Are you serious? Dave's been watching Barney and Friends? Great. He's acting just like Stephanie when she was a kid in my creator's channel. She loved watching Barney and Friends when she was a troublemaker.
Is this the girl who made a grounded video out of Dave in Bobby Animations FTL 2017's main channel?
Say what? Stephanie made a grounded video out of Childish Dad? What a jerk she is.
Yup. She did. Anyway, why do you ask me about me being called a Karen?
Because my family's been doing the same thing to me too. But for simply disciplining my bratty children. They even coined the term Psycho Karen in .zz's channel.
What? You're joking? A Psycho Karen?
No joke. They've been calling me a Karen and grounding me whenever I cause trouble.
Oh dear. I can't believe that happened to you. I knew you and I worked together in Kesson Animate's channel, but I never knew you get treated like that in Dex's channel too. Then again, I do know what it's like to get grounded too. Because I get grounded for acting entitled in a lot more channels than you do. Sometimes by my own two kids.
Brian and Emma? They also ground you? What for?
In Kesson Animate's very first grounded video out of me, Brian and Emma grounded me for giving their father a bloody concussion for acting childish all the time.
You too? I got grounded by Cody, Daisy, and Emily Anderson for giving Stephanie a concussion for putting bullet ants on Lily's chair and starting a class argument in Mrs. Winter's class. Then I got grounded by Diesel for giving Natalie a second concussion but for disrespecting me when I was substituting for Miss Martin.
What? No way! You gave two of your eldest daughters a concussion. How many times did you do that?
I gave Stephanie and Natalie 2 concussions each in .zz's channel, and I gave Stephanie another concussion in Carson Animate's Beyond Short, Stephanie's Hangman Mayhem.
I say. You must be as much of a concussion beast as Fred Jones from Sumster 5677's channel could ever be. I like it.
Thanks. And you know, I dated Fred Jones once in Carson's channel, but that affair got short-lived when Diesel, Stephanie, and Natalie found me out. Then Diesel filed me for divorce and married Patty Marshall. But aside from that, I've got a plan on how to get even with not just our families, but the entire city for calling us a Karen.
Really? Splendid. What is it?
You and I, along with Miss Martin, will disguise ourselves as Karen McCarronson and act entitled everywhere in the city. How's that for a revenge plan?
That's a great idea. I'm in. So, how do we get in touch with Ms. Martin?
I'll call Ms. Martin the second I hang up. Then we'll all meet at the park.
Okay. See you soon, Tiana. Cheerio.
You too, Catherine. Now to call Ms. Martin. Huh. Who could that be? Hello? Oh, hi, Tiana. How's it going? Wait. You and Catherine Johnson have been called entitled Karens for the way you've been disciplining Stephanie and Dave respectively. You want to teach the whole city a lesson? You know, being an entitled Karen isn't at all that bad. But if you're gonna act entitled towards everyone in the city, then I'll join you, okay? I'll see you then. Time to meet up with Catherine and Miss Martin.
When Tiana met up with Miss Martin and Catherine at the park.
So, does everyone have their Karen costumes ready?
Yeah! Let's show them what a real Karen looks like.
Okay, Tiana and Catherine, let's put them on.
A few minutes later.
Okay, ladies, split up. Find as many victims as you can. It's time to show the whole city what happens when they call us entitled.
It sure is a nice day out here today at the park, isn't it? Icewillow9 and Anthony Barbadoro the Transit Fan 2K6?
It sure is. Nick the Animator 2K5.
I agree with Anthony Barbadoro the Transit Fan 2K6.
Hey! What do you three think you're doing?
Oh no! It's entitled Catherine.
And what's worse, she's dressed like an actual Karen.
I thought I had her locked up at the mental hospital when I changed. But the bigger question is, Catherine, what do you think you are doing here?
Icewillow9, how dare you call me an entitled Karen? You know I can sue you in court for millions of dollars.
Catherine, if you think you can sue me in court, you've got another thing coming. Don't think for 1 second that you'll win the case.
If you don't get out of our sights right now, I'm calling the cops on you. Get out of here right now.
Good! Then tell them that you stole all of my belongings and tried to kill me.
No, absolutely not. We're not saying that to the cops. That's a lie, we know. We never even laid a single finger on you. Now get out.
I'll get what I want. Catherine hates us.
Hey little KJ and Filbert. How's it going?
You're doing fine, Carson. It's so great for me to be 15 years old.
Yeah. I'm glad my bestie got to celebrate his 15th birthday.
Then you really won't like the surprise I'm about to give you, little KJ the Binder.
Tiana, what are you doing here?
I'm kicking you three out of my park. You three are a trio of trespassers. Now get out or else I'll call the police and sue you in court for billions of dollars.
Hey, you can't do that. We don't have that kind of money on us. And not only that, but you're acting like the entitled Karen my friend and Kesson said you were.
Shut up and stop calling me an entitled Karen or else I'll murder all three of you at once.
I said get out.
Get ready to hear from my lawyer boys. You owe me a really big debt.
I'm glad Crowgirl 22 and I get to meet you three.
Yeah, same here.
It's a pleasure to be in your videos. Protein Productions Incorporated.
Yeah. Also, Brainiac Adam and I heard about the grounded series out of Tiana Gavin you're talking about. Wait. You have? Who told you?
Well, Animation Sensation 02 told me about one of your videos where Tiana destroyed Olive Garden immediately after when he and the Garbuts were told by Diesel to evacuate.
Wow, talk about gossip.
How's this for gossip?
Holy mother, no. Who is that?
That's Miss Martin. And she's dressed like an entitled Karen. Just like in Mathigo Animator's channel.
Got that right, whoever you are.
What the? That's Ms. Martin's Karen outfit.
She's been a bloody active title towards us.
Your thing. Now, Miss Martin, I don't know what you're doing here, but I'm warning you. If you don't back off and leave us alone, I'm gonna call the police and have you placed under arrest.
You and what army?
Well, there's 5 of us and 1 of you. You're obviously outnumbered. Is that so?
Huh.
Hello, bird brains. I see you've met Rowdy at Eric's, Brainiac Adam, and Captain Sasha.
Tina, I should have known you were behind all this.
You psycho.
Why would you act entitled towards us at the park, you psycho Karen? First you teamed up with Coruscant and boy named Dominic to ruin Carson Animate's birthday in Malvis.
Says one of the users who discontinued a grounded series out of Stephanie. By the way, if you don't regrow that series, I'll sue you in court for trillions of dollars.
After witnessing how evil you are in other channels. Never. And you can't sue me in court. You have no case to prove.
Yeah, Tiana. Leave their leaders and Protein Productions Incorporated alone. No one has to get hurt here.
And poor Ms. Martin off right now. This entitled mayhem's over.
You think Catherine, Ms. Martin and I are gonna give up that easily? What are you gonna do? Call the police on us? get us arrested?
Actually, I've got an even better idea. How about I just call Diesel Gavin and Dave Johnson on you three psycho Karens?
Oh no. We're gonna get snitched on. Run for our lives. Run away.
That's right. And don't come back.
Wow. Dude, you really showed them who's boss.
What can I say? Tina and the others had it coming. Now let's call the Diesel Gavin and Dave Johnson and tell them what happened. Let's see what happens with Miss Martin first.
Ms. Martin, how dare you team up with Catherine and Tiana to act entitled towards everyone in the entire city? That's it. You'll be staying in this cell for a very long time. Now go to sleep in your hard bed, you entitled Karen.
Next up, Catherine.
Catherine, how dare you team up with Tina and Ms. Martin to act entitled towards everyone in the entire city? That's it. You're grounded for 1 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 years. Go to our room right now, you entitled Karen.
And finally, the mastermind behind the entitled antic, Tiana.
Tiana, I can't believe you plan to team up with Catherine and Ms. Martin and act entitled towards everyone in Rapper City. Why? Why, Tiana? You flipping psycho Karen?
Because of what you just called me. I'm tired of you and our kids calling me a psycho Karen. There's a huge difference between me and an actual Karen. And I proved it to all of you.
This isn't about proving a point. We've been calling you a psycho Karen because of the way you've been treating our kids. And for what you, Catherine, and Ms. Martin did at the park today, you're grounded for the same amount of time Dave grounded Catherine for. Now take those sunglasses and head off.
Say what?
Take them off.
Hey.
Psycho Karen? No what of mine's gonna act entitled while I'm around. Now when you go to our room, you can put your regular clothes back on. Now, you got anything else to say before you go?
As a matter of fact, I've got 2 things to say. Crowtoon Productions Incorporated, Wally Derricks, and Crow Girl 22, if I ever see any of you again, I'm gonna get you back for this. I swear it. And as for you, Diesel the Weasel, you're eventually gonna regret ever grounding me all the time and fully understand my eternal agony.
If that's all you have to say, I'll ground you for even longer. Now go to our room. Go to bed, Tiana. I can't stand that woman any longer. When's she ever gonna stop her entitled behavior?
I'm not inclined to resign to maturity. If it's alright, then you're all wrong. But why bounce around to the same damn song? You'd rather run when you can't crawl. I know, you know that I'm not telling the truth. I know, you know, they just don't have any proof. It's the deception, learn how to bend. Your worst inhibitions, then psych you out in the end. In between the lines, there's a lot of obscurity. I'm not inclined to resign to maturity. If it's alright, then you're all wrong. But why bounce around to the same damn song? You'd rather run when you can't crawl. I know, you know that I'm not telling the truth. I know, you know, they just don't have any proof. It's the deception, learn how to bend. Your worst inhibitions, then psych you out in the end. I know,